Next logical step, Jungle, would be they either dismiss the case against the two executives and then they just move forward.
The macro environment around custody of digital assets is expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. The validator network is not controlled by Ripple. We're clearly an interested party in that. We own a lot of XRP. And we see ourselves expanding to other use cases focused on that infrastructure side at the enterprise level, really going after financial institutions, enterprises. I still stand by if you want to build trust in new technologies, you want to build trust in new products, you want to build trust in new companies like Ripple and Medico.
Wasn't a problem last time, it's likely to become a problem now. And with that, keep your safety belts on, because trying to land this plane safely.
So it can't figure out whether a transaction is good or bad. It just limits the number of transactions by balancing the fees to protect itself from like a technical collapse.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon and Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. We got Mark Briggs in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags.
XRP.
Smashing them likeys. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up. Because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. Got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.16 trillion, up about 2.4% in the past 24 hours. We got XRP in that number 5 spot, right around 52 cents, up 6.8% in the past 24 hours. Off of the good news yesterday, we got Stellar XLM right around 10-11 cents, BTC 29,475, ETH 1606. We got XDC right around 0.046, Flare 0085, and we got Songbird 00390,556. Taking a look at the altcoin season index, we did fall further into Bitcoin season here at a 16. We need to be above a 75 for it to be a full-blown altcoin season. We got Uphold Inc. to kick things off. Ripple is trending. XRP. I hope you had a bag. We got John D. and the SEC didn't dismiss it because it's the right thing to do. Enforcement lawyers recommended dismissal because their bullying and intimidation tactics backfired. Simply put, they were going to be outclassed and embarrassed in the courtroom, just like the Hinman email hearing. Or later, the judge called them hypocrites and said they lacked the faithful allegiance to the law. Also, Hinman was going to be called as a witness by Brad Garlandhouse lawyer, no doubt. Remember, Judge Torres ruled the Hinman emails are most relevant for impeachment purposes on the cross-examinations. SEC lawyers, especially the lead lawyer in this case, only like it when the trials are totally stacked against the defendant, with the chances of a defense victory slim to none. In the end, they did what most bullies do. When you step up to fight back, they back down. This was easy to see coming. Called it. John Deaton.
Next logical step, Jungle, would be they either dismiss the case against the two executives and then they just move forward with the remedies section.
We got Ryan Nooner, Maxie's being Maxie, says, why are cryptos celebrating the SEC backing out of the Ripple case? All it means is that the SEC can appeal the case sooner. Previously, they had to wait until the end of the case, but now they dropped the case. They can appeal immediately. Eleanor Terry says they cannot appeal immediately. They'll need to wait until there's a final judgment, which can't happen until the penalty phase is over. This could take months, which means the SEC will not get to appeal until next year. Sorry, Gary Gensler. Get those jumpsuits. Get those jail cells ready. We got another one from Eleanor Terrett. Sources close to the SEC Gov tell me that while the charges against Big Brad Garlandhouse, Kristen Larson have been dropped, all other parts of the case, including classifications of all offers and sales of XRP as an investment scheme, remain on the table. Seems that Gary Gensler isn't going down without a fight, but the losses keep on stacking up. XRP Army 3, SEC 0. We got a response from Kristen Larson off of the good news, the surrendering of the SEC. He says the last 3 years we've seen a rogue administrative state that needs to be held accountable for its actions, not just an investigation into the conflicts of interest that led to these baseless claims, but how the U.S. actively demolished its global standing as the home for innovation with thousands of jobs moving overseas. Enough is enough. Drain the swamp. Free the standard. We got Big Brad Garland House says, it goes without saying, but I truly work with the best lawyers in the business. They got their Ripple A team, including but not limited to Stuart Alderati, Deborah McCrimmon from the Ripple, and Clary Matt Solomon. A heartfelt thank you for your leadership, wisdom, and friendship. Shout out to the Ripple A team deciding to stay and fight the good fight for all of cryptocurrency holders. XRP. Through superior technology, we got sentiment feed. The XRP ledger enjoyed the first jump above 53 cents in 10 days, despite most altcoins continuing to decline. The rise can largely be attributed to the smart money tiers holding between 10K and 10 million XRP, accumulating rapidly. They hold about 29.5% of the supply. XRP 10% jump off the SEC, surrendering. We got the Digital Pound Foundation preserving the singleness of money and the future of digital currency ecosystem. We got join us November 7th for our webinar, preserving the singleness of money in the future digital currency ecosystem with the panelists from Fireblocks, Quant, Global Digital Fi, and Citi. We got Flip the Chain. Big Brad Garland House expects $10 trillion to be flowing through the XRP ledger from custody digital asset market. What will the price of XRP be then?
The macro environment around custody digital assets is expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. And inevitably, people are going to need a place to store those assets and safe, secure, and they're going to need to be able to transfer them as well, having good on and off ramps. Even a tokenization engine, some of the work Ripple is doing around central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. So we think there's a lot of pieces that come together. And we already had, and I remember when you and I first spoke, I remember being on a call with one of the largest top 10 banks in the world, and a bank Ripple was already working with, and they were asking us about, could we help them with their custody? This is prior to the Medico acquisition, and we weren't in a position to do that. And so when we think about that synergy, the ability to say to that existing Ripple customer, hey, here's a best in class, going head to head, time and time again, and winning on the custody level, to be able to bring that product to them, I think is a great opportunity for the two companies together. So,
crawl, walk, then we rock it. We got XRP drops, Big Brad Garland House use cases, medical talks. XRP is extremely efficient for many use cases. Not all use cases. We are definitely not maximalists. Ripple is at the core an enterprise infrastructure company focused on blockchain, distributed ledger technology. We started with the use case around payments, introduced Liquidity Hub. With the medical acquisition, we're expanding into custody.
Validator network is not controlled by Ripple. We're clearly an interested party in that. We own a lot of XRP, and we think XRP is extremely efficient for many use cases. Not all use cases. We definitely are not maximalists in that we think that there's a place for Bitcoin, there's a place for a lot of other tokens and different use cases. But Ripple at its core is an enterprise infrastructure company focused on blockchain. We started with a use case around payments. We have now expanded beyond that. We introduced a product prior to the Medico acquisition called Liquidity Hub, focused on managing and sourcing liquidity across the digital asset ecosystem. With the Medico acquisition earlier this year, we're obviously expanding in custody. And we see ourselves expanding to other use cases focused on that infrastructure side at the enterprise level, really going after financial institutions, enterprises. And we're really pleased about where we sit there. We certainly think we have a ways to go, but I think...
And we got one from Riz XRP. Transparency is our friend. Building trust comes at a price. XRP, the only digital asset with legal clarity in the USA.
You have to build trust. And one of the key things in my lifetime that has built trust, and I mean this on a personal and professional basis, is transparency. And I think Ripple early on decided to, really, we did these things called XRP markets reports once a quarter. And we would publish, and this is dating all the way back to, I think, 2016 or 2017, at a time when a lot of people were very secretive about what was going on in crypto and how much crypto they owned and what they were doing with it. And we decided to kind of buck that trend and be very transparent. Now, ironically, I think that's one of the things that hurt us in the SEC. If people say, why did the SEC go after Ripple? And I think it's partly because we gave them all the information to do so, which felt not so great, ironic in its certain ways. But I still stand by if you want to build trust in new technologies, you want to build trust in new products, you want to build trust in new companies like Ripple and Medico, then you have to be transparent. You have to, go above and beyond. And certainly, we have tried to do that.
XRP is clearly shaking the system. We got Anders X says, I think the SEC might be entering the, I guess it's happening phase. Gary, you still there? We got Crypto Darren Faymore. It's pretty bad when the central bankers are telling you that we're about to have a rocky landing.
Mortgage markets in New Zealand, Sweden, Canada, Australia, the Netherlands have really been largely spared last time around. Look at the decline in prices there. So I go by this symptom. If it wasn't a problem last time, it's likely to become a problem now. And with that, keep your safety belts on, because trying to land this plane safely is required that you go through rocky air. Thanks for your attention.
The longer they take, the higher we climb. We got Cowboy and Crypto, XRPL, Automated Market Maker, Joel Katz, David Schwartz.
Many transactions getting in. So first of all, it's proactive. It doesn't wait for the system to be in trouble. So essentially what it does is, let's say it says, in the last 100 ledgers, we've gotten 40 transactions in each ledger. It doesn't set a hard limit, but what it says is if you want to get more than 40, if you want to get a 41st transaction, and you have to pay a little bit more. If you want to get a 45th transaction, you have to pay a lot more. And if you want to get a 50th transaction, you have to pay an absurd amount. And so it regulates the number of transactions that goes in each ledger. And so long as the system is operating reliably, that number will go up. So if the previous ledger, there were, let's say, 45 transactions with no problem, we'll allow a couple more in the next and a couple more in the next until consensus starts to get slow. If consensus starts to get slow or unreliable, it will then reduce, it doesn't really reduce the number of transactions it allows, but it requires a higher fee. And if people are willing to pay higher fees, then the fee will escalate. And eventually you'll reach the point where whatever is flooding the ledger, let's just say it's some jerk who's just flooding it with completely meaningless, he's moving XRP back and forth between two accounts just to be a jerk. How much is he willing to pay for those transactions? Someone once analogized it to someone trying to snuff out your campfire with $100 bills. If they're doing it, you're not they're going to stop doing it real quick. And then the attacker will have to continue to spend at a very, very high rate to maintain their attack. And eventually they'll either run out of money, or they'll they're using XRP to do it. So they're going to have to buy that XRP at some point in order to sustain their. And so that's the mechanism that protects the ledger right now. And the ledger doesn't know if a transaction is good, bad. An XRP transfer could be somebody buying a house, or it could be some jerk just moving XRP between two accounts they control. The ledger doesn't know. So it can't figure out whether a transaction is good or bad. It just limits the number of transactions by balancing the fees to protect itself from a technical collapse. And those mitigations obviously are in place today, or anyone who wanted to could just destabilize the ledger with just a small amount of money.
We got one from BitPay. Travel effortlessly with Eric's Arrow. Eric's now accepts XRP, offering a range of bespoke services catering to your needs. You can now pay with XRP via BitPay for fast and secure transactions. We got one from Sentiment Feed with the dollar returning around a 2023 high. The rise in the fiat value has normally had a negative impact on crypto, but at least with Bitcoin, a 2-month high was still able to be hit today. Digital gold and physical gold are moving in tandem. We got Coins Kid. According to this chart, the real pump has not even began for crypto yet. Load up while you still have some time. We got Dark Defender. Let's have a look at the XRP weekly time frame. My confidence in the pattern, which we discuss, constantly becomes hardened. XRP price moves sense, although Ripple has the big wins, and it jumps when Ripple has the bad news. So the Ripple news and XRP price does not correlate, but the pattern, the Elliott wave pattern, now tells us XRP proceeding to wave 3. Wave 2 ranging between 46 cents and 52. The expectation for XRP is close to above 5286 this week and proceed for 0.66 next week. We got wave 3 medium targets, $5.8563 in short term, and this can extend to $18.22. If not extended, we'll see a $13 wave 5. As always, targets are not financial advice, but my expectations, and I believe they are ready to go in the short term. With that being said, Batman and Bag Ladies, F the SEC. Let's ride it. keep on winning. Ripple, XRP Army 3, SEC 0. The victories keep on piling up. The partnerships keep on piling up. The technology works. It's faster, cheaper. It's efficient, up and running. 10 plus years, all ledgers closed since inception. The internet of value running through the XRP ledger. It's no wonder they had to shake you out before they flipped that XRP switch. Price is a distraction. Don't fall for the media trickery. All the FUD that they've been throwing at us, nothing sticks. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. And they can't stop it. What a time to be alive and what a time to be an XRP holder. Where will you be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open? And XRP's true price is finally revealed. Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likies for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, vibe those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. We'll catch you up here, top floor, on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags. Be your own bank. Be your own boss. Bring your own billions. Peace out, crypto ghost. Later, glitches.
Let's ride it. Now who you believe? Let's ride it. Now who you believe? After SEC. After SEC. Now who you believe? Now who you believe? When we rock it off, you gon' see. When we rock it